Testing, 1, 2, 3. I apply. Alright, so hey guys, sorry. Uh, this is weird. I just uploaded. I just installed um the latest OBS, and for some reason, um, the audio was saying not detected. So apologize. So basically, today abang lama tak stream lah. Bukan apa. Actually tak ada game yang hmm, abang suka sangat lah keluar recently. Um, uh, Abang maybe nak beli Overwatch 2. Abang suka. Battlefield pun dah hmm, it's not Battlefield lama lah. So yang tu ni. And then tak ada game yang capture abang lah. Dota tu abang duk main lah, duk layan. Tapi macam alamak, biasa-biasa je. Tapi before abang start streaming game ni, abang first cakap abang merokok tengah main ni. Tapi untuk adik-adik yang tengok, viewer tengok, tolonglah, kalau muda lagi tu, jangan start merokok lah. Vape ke rokok ke jangan lah. Because benda ni benda yang paling abang menyesal lah dalam seumur hidup abang. Abang rasa macam rugi duit dan tak sihat. Cuma dah abang dah terlajak, nak berhenti susah. So minta maaf lah kalau abang tengah hisap rokok sambil main game ni. So game yang kita nak main ni one of the favourite game abang pernah main dalam. Abang dah 45 abang 45. Game ni game zaman PC lama dulu lah. Memang adik-adik semua tak pernah tengok PC tu. Jadi memang power main kat belakang dia, pakai disk besar tu. Game ni Monkey Island. It's called Monkey Island. It's an adventure game. So abang nak main ni rasa nostalgic lah. Memang dia bawa keluar siri baru. Siri sama, cuma part baru lah. Continuation lah. Back to macam tambahan lah. So hope you enjoy. Abang pun tak tahu macam mana game ni. Dia art style dia lain. Tapi this is game abang masa muda-muda lah. Masa muda-mudanya game. So without further ado, let's kita startkan game ni. Okay, tengok streaming macam mana. Dia tak dapat tangkap lagi. Okay, baru dapat tangkap. Alright. Abang excited, rasa macam budak-budak balik. Tengok je lah scrapbook ni.
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Dia ada subtitle.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Okay.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Grok. Dia air dia grok.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
Ada sound tak?
This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey.
Waalaikumsalam.
I bought it at Stan's
Please.
used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Saja main game game lama zaman abang muda-muda luar ni. Memang old school dia game lah. Ya. OBS baru ni pelik sikit. Game Legend. Dia adventure game pasal pirate tau. Dulu punya lah. Kita nak jadi pirate. So game dia point and click macam dia point and click ni.
My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Dia pasal satu pulau yang magical lah. Game dia lawak nak mampus lah. Tapi memang one of the best adventure game. Best point and click adventure game lah. Tak banyak lah game macam tu sekarang. So
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery covered with jungle and not found on
cerita
any
dia
map.
lah ni.
You had to brew
Abang
a
pun dah
special
lupa.
potion just to find Monkey Island.
Abang
I
pun
made some
lupa.
substitutions, but it got us there just the same.
Ni duk tengok dia punya
You had to brew a special... There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear.
Tengok dia game sekarang tak best. Ni memang game ni dia punya story tu memang world class lah. Lawak lah mampus lah. Game macam ni apa dulu banyak point and click game ni. Tapi Monkey Island is the best lah. Kalau kau tengok review Steam ni untuk game baru ni pun still memang positif. Murah-murah RM79 lah, RM79. So boleh lah. And the original director dia datang buat balik dia ni.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Dia punya puzzle, point and click puzzle game ni. Game ni lawak, puzzle dia mengarut tapi boleh solve lah, bukan tak boleh. Bila solve tu puas hati lah.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay?
Oh, ni... Ui! Abang rasa game ni tahun 1990 weh. Betul. 1990. Abang sekolah rendah lagi time tu. Oi, zaman dia komputer ni. Yang LeChuck ni game jahat tu lah. Dia lawak tu dia mati, kena root beer dia mati. Dia punya kelemahan tu dululah.
It was the beginning of something magical.
Ni part 1 tak salah ni, part 1.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Ni second treasure of Big Whoop.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle.
Tak ingat
Good
lah.
times.
Tak ingat lah semua ni.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes the mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo, taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Dulu dia pixel lah kan. Tapi sekarang dia dah ubah art style.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then
Ni pakai
so was I.
voodoo. Dia game ni dia ada game before ni dia re-release balik. Kalau tengok kat Steam dah ada Monkey Island set. Memang.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Aku nak tunjuk gameplay je, tapi seronok nostalgic
the fact that
benda
he
ni.
turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture.
Di tengkorak ni nama Murray.
It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive.
Abang beli. Kalau kau tanya orang-orang umur abang yang gamer, mesti ada je game ni. Abang beli Monkey Island tu dalam Steam library abang yang original, dia orang re-release untuk barunya kan. Re-release lah. Abang tak sentuh pun, tak main lah, tapi ada dalam Steam abang pasal game ni kena ada lah.
Things backfired on
Bagi
LeChuck
untuk abang lah
because
zaman
Elaine and I
abang.
got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker.
So, kalau nak recommend, aku tak tahu pasal game macam ni dah tak ada sekarang.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. The wedding traditions are weird. That's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think.
Tak lagi kau
I wrote
ni
a great
kau
haiku
boleh
for the
tengok
wedding
lah
invitation.
dia punya style tu.
I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
Yeah.
Oh man, this was that crazy
part
time
three.
when Chuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
Oh ni lagi lama. Ni part 3. Dia ada 3 part dulu. Tiga
Everything started
game.
because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it?
Tak ada game ni ada apa? Ada robot battle lah, gila-gila, lawak
But Chuck and
gila.
I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does.
Ni game baru ni. Ni game baru. Dia episode 4 lah kot. Episode 4. Yang lain semua abang habiskan.
I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course.
Part 4 ke part 5?
Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure.
Big Whoop adventure.
I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Habis dah. Itu je kot. The scrapbook dia ada option, tak ada option. Setting. Control, tak apa, control tak payah. Alt save, L, open map. T, to do list ni baru, dulu tak ada ni. Open inventory, skip dialog line, scroll. Highlight all object. Oh ni penting ni. Ni space apa ni, key apa ni? Backspace lah kot. Ni enter lah. Tak ya. Okey, apa ni? Oh, dia memang ni lah sound jap. Tak ada ni tak ada subtitle Screen face. Text size. Ni text and speech lah. Ni. Sound effect subtitle. Oh, ni writer's card. More blather, worse spacing. Apa ni? Oh, dia mengarut banyak sikit kot. Boleh lah, biarlah. Okay. Right, jom adventure. Casual mode. All the strain, all the fun, but with casual puzzles. Kalau weekend depan maybe ni kot. Well. Hard mode lah, hard mode. Oh, GTA. Abang ada tak perasan lah ni. Sekejap. Hard mode. GTA, tunggu GTA 6 lah. Hard mode lah deh. Prelude.
Take this, LeChuck! No! Guybrush, come over here.
Kita Guybrush.
Gently now.
Alhamdulillah.
Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah!
Ni dia ajak. Tapi boleh tengok
Sorry
style lah.
we ran
Ni
off.
style lain lah gambar-gambar ni.
You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry. I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there. Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those. No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow.
Itu dulu buy Scurvy Dog. Ni dulu tak ada. Dia point click
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Yang highlight tu. Apa yang highlight tu? Dia kata ada satu button untuk highlight semua. Mana button ni? Tak nampak pun. Setting. Highlight all object. Oh, ni tab lah ni. Aduh.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with
Dulu
cheese
tab-tab ni
inside.
tak ada. Tu ni. Bukan zaman kau lah. Memang bukan zaman kau.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute. Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs. I once had the hiccups for 4... Exhibit removed. Aww. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at. Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
But we don't.
Did you?
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Ada orang habis.
Smells like grog.
Ada tikus dalam tu.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run.
Wait.
I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Mana key dia? Oh, okay.
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Those glasses are thicker than the
Yeah,
layer of
dia punya-
grease on the floor.
Dia punya quest ni macam first puzzle ni nak beli
You
kebili,
kids better have money.
nak beli
Yeah, we've got all kinds of
nak
money.
beli hot dog ni je.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Ni puzzle dia lah. Ni puzzle
Listen
pertama lah.
up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Ni. Tu quest dia nak
Guess never mind.
quest dia
Hey,
nak
I
beli.
know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Su tandas.
How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
I told you, grog's only for grown-ups. Stop wasting my
So quest
time.
pertama dia nak beli hot dog ni. Tapi tak ada duit.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Can we get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8?
No.
Then no fries.
Dia kata,
Now what?
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
I told you, grog's only for grown-ups.
tak ada apa lah eh. So game dia
I have
simple
an
je
extra
eh.
tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
What should we do next?
Let's look for change in the outhouse. Maybe we can find enough to get scurvy.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
It unlocks the outhouse.
Good, you unlocked it.
Tandas. Itulah.
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. I'm not touching that gunk.
Nak
It
basuh
seems more like
tangan.
something Chucky would do.
Aduh.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
Bagi.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
I thought it was a piece of 8 at first. It looks just like a piece of 8.
Ah.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin. Gross.
Dapat duit lah. Air coklat. Search,
Chucky, why don't
search
you
coin
look in
je.
the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
Ya. Aduh. Aduh. Okay, kita dapat ni.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
It looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well.
Kalau dia
It
kata
looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well.
dia nampak macam duit kalau tak nampak. So kan orang kedai
Please
tu
wash hands before leaving
orang
outhouse.
kedai tu dia pakai spek tau. So orang kedai tu pakai spek. So macam mana kita kena bagi spek dia hilang kan ni.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
I don't see very well, but I can hear just fine.
Buat sekali lagi.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
Oh, dia tak mau buka. Macam mana nak buka? Tak boleh. Try
Now
dulu.
what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
Here's your key back.
Put it back on the hook. I'm not your monkey.
It unlocks the outhouse outside. Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Macam mana nak
I
bagi
once had the
buka?
hiccups for 4
Nak bagi
days straight.
dia buka gelas dia. Try pakai duit tau.
What can we get with
Dia pakai
this?
spek. So,
Tastes like a piece of 8.
Oh, dia tak
Enough for a
nampak.
couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
Ya,
What are
dapat.
you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
ada ni lagi.
So good.
Tak tahu
What do you want to do now?
I don't know.
Abang tak
What
ingat.
do you want to do?
Tapi macam tadi masuk tandas semua. Okay. Kita mess around.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
This would be great for apple bobbing. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
So explore je. Yeah. Okay, Waalaikumsalam.
Sounds real. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boom!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Check out the anchor.
wonder where this path goes.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to retest them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Up arrow to kanan kiri je lah.
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Next time for sure. You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ada dia mesti
Chucky wins!
mesti dia punya
Yeah!
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days, they have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
You should put that on your scurvy dog. Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
It smells bad. Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops. I wonder where this path goes.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if! Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I found one!
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
I never thought I'd ever find one. I should throw my coin in and make a wish. Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well. I wish for another scurvy dog.
Those things are bad for you. Told you so.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way. In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Don't feed the duck. I want to feed the duck. I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard.
And no respect.
I have half a mind to give you
And I've got the other.
blah 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 blah
Blah, 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 blah,
blah 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 blah.
blah, 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 blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
I stole it from that couple.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Darn!
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Next time for sure!
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little. Did you know they started making then the current bow sheet, but the old you can on a modern anchor. That's to prove the little most anchors these about 30 all kinds of people invested but the only way that the word they're called
Mana nak menang lah dia.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit? This place is fun.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh,
I win!
do it. Aku dah tahu yang tu. Oh, pasal apa?
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah!
We got scurvy dogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Return to Monkey Island. Ron Gilbert. Pertama pun best.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see. Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
Well, I was just about to head down there. I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication. I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard. I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to. Oops, I almost forgot to duck into the Scum Bar to ask the pirate leaders to back my expedition. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Yarr.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended. pen is mightier than the sword.
Yarr.
I've got a few coins for incidentals. Looks like a circus act. Maybe. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Ya, tu macam mana boleh?
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders.
Get lost.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition. Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a mystery for the ages that must be solved.
The only mystery here is who let you into this bar.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Yeah, I screwed up our anniversary.
Forgot the date?
Remembered the date, forgot an important allergy. She's fully recovered.
Well, tell her I say hello.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. That's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way. Active little guys, aren't they? Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Pleasantly scorching hot. The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." I think someone tried to secure a boat with this. The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend.
I completed the 3 trials.
Trial?
It's how they used to make their.
Well, I was a director of combat.
I'm a founding member and co-director.
I'm an expert. I served with Bellamy.
Just so you know.
Oh. Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job?
I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom! Boom!
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Andrew LeChuck. No relation.
What a coincidence. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
It's it's those three clowns at the back table. What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Elaine?
Guybrush!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we've both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye 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 first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine. the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Cardla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth. It doesn't look finished. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so. They're having a half-off sale. Going out of business? This place is an institution. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
Ooh. You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
It's hopeless.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy. An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like...
Too bad it's empty. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers. Not very practical. Keep up the good work, buddy. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any price. As I said, it has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? I'd need a lot of keys to open that. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any...
The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hat at all times. Keep the product away from children, pets, the aged, or infirm. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms...
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. I'll take this disgusting shrunken head.
That's my last one. Quite the bargain.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. I'm no good at jimmying things. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. The pen is mightier than the sword. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle. Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed to shore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island?
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree?
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason. I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Ooh, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely.
Never mind. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map. Hey Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Hey Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an...
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Hey Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Never seen one of those before. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. This place has kind of gone downhill.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work. I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi. At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's that lock?
That's for hats. And please don't touch the glass.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver. And please, don't touch the glass.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. It's pretty straight.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to...
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system.
I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore, but maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp. Without the clean...
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
How's your day going?
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. Are you sure you don't want me to break
150.
I'm going after the secret.
The secret? But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong. Just remember, life has no guarantees or...
Thanks. See you later.
Yep.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
You look like you're having a good time. That's not... They say the only real prison is the one in your head.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed. I don't see anything useful here. Employees only. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. The scroll work is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Welcome back.
Hi there. Hello again. Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
It's pretty straight.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
This is the number for the jail cell lock. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars. I already copied the serial number.
No thanks. I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Things are not what they seem.
It seems to be stuck closed. Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
When was the last time you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
How's the governorship treating you?
It's not as straightforward as I'd hoped. For some reason, you can't just tell everyone what to do and assume they'll do it. That's new territory for me.
Not for me. Maybe I should be governor.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
I've got my own project cooking.
Of course you do. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
You first. What are you doing here?
Don't be weird. I know Elaine used to live here, but it's my house now that I'm governor.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
It's thicker than I would have imagined. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I realize that you are tough on toughness. As shown by your actions at Portobello, please accept my humblest apology. scare the heck out of me. This is for you.
Dear Carla, ugh, it looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor. Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, ugh, it looks like you don't. I reject your.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the sea. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies help. It's a lot of work being governor. I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness, as shown by your actions at Portobello. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me. This is for you.
Dear Carl, ugh, you don't know. I reject your.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Can I borrow a book?
You never.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Can I borrow a book?
never brought back. You never.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
Hey, Wally. Bye. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the iPad?
Captain John Laney was renowned. It was said that he could. That legend is true. The eye patch still exists. If an enterprising person.
Got it. Thanks. Can you use your talents to tell me how?
She is always.
Do your answers ever make?
There are no answers.
Are you able to see what, like,
your goals and the goal? But his intention.
Darker?
The Chuck.
No argument there. Is this the year? It's become almost a running gag between. But it's awkward, like when you're.
It is Corey.
Oh. Somehow it was more.
That is true.
Got any other mystic stock tips or something?
No.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Fancy.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition?
Yes.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Okay, thanks.
Stay away from my mop. Stay away from my mop.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Hey.
3 wood. I should...
I'm not gonna... You'd be amazed. Sometimes we've never even met.
Even if any the Chuck would take just looking like... Sorry.
Hey, watch it! Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay. Hi there, little guy. I'm thinking about going on LeChuck's
I'm glad to hear you.
No, he doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted.
These Shakespearean comedies
See anything interesting out there?
change.
Are those the names of
It's what I named.
Huh. Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It's good for relieving stress. This used to be such a bright, cheery place. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's sad to see the shipyard like this. Warning: the dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on, though, and nothing happened.
There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. If one monocle is good, two is better. Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my...
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes...
That's not what I'm trying...
That's okay. You don't need to say anything.
Fine. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Are you named after Guybrush?
I guess you could...
Nice.
I'm going to find...
Oh, that's... If you need a place to display it...
Your museum...
Thanks. I'm nuts about
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of...
I am part of it.
Exact.
Are any of these things...
The security parrot isn't just here to look. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale.
Do you have maps of the...
No, that's not really what we do. Try the...
Tell me about that news...
The Pirate? We publish pirate news. All things piratey.
I'd see you...
Just part of the docents...
That's charming.
This is a museum for people who think attack...
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required. That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of... I got it from the...
About all...
That's not the...
You should think about hiring a...
Oh, I did.
Pirate Times. Editor, Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius. This is the one for the museum display case, especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. It doesn't seem interested. Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower. Stolen. I traded some old furniture.
Has anyone thought about putting it...
Nah.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn. Museum of Pirate Lore. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think. What you working on?
Crossword puzzle.
Actually, I think I'd rather not hear. Tell me again about the plank.
That's an original autographed by Fran.
Warning. The Dark Forest. A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Purple flowers. These must be lavender, or monkshood, or cyclamen. I'll treat myself to a purple flower. I hope I don't get tossed in jail for this. It looks pretty and smells wonderful. Gotcha, you pointy little trichiophyte. This is a plant with a bad attitude, and enough pokey parts to back it up. A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivore. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical. One's my limit. Ugh. Not a chance. I can't stand mushrooms. I've already got one of those. Purple flowers. These must be lavender, or monkshood, or cyclamen. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Welcome back.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. really like some crackers.
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
No one ever works together. All want their own prize.
Employees only. It's hopeless. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I realize that you are tough on toughness, as shown by your actions at Santo Domingo. Please accept my humblest apology. Even though it wasn't really my fault. Hey, Wally. Bye. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
Hi, Cobb.
You again. I know you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Waiter, just bring...
Of course.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Continue